All right, here I am. Well, everybody's here. Hello, Harry. Hello, crane operator, and no trick to fear. Brian Rose. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about all the devastating storms. My prayers go out to everybody. So, everybody's flopping in and out. So, as soon as they see my ugly face, they leave the room. There was 10 and now there's 6. Oh, he showed up. Let's get out of here. So, we're in a Texas city park. Hey, Jerry, wow, right on time. Good job. Christine Viviano, good to see you. So we're in a city park in Texas, West Texas. Elevation's up there around, I guess, 3,500 feet, maybe close to 4,000 feet, something like that. That's important because the temperatures are cooler here. You know, this morning when I woke up, it was 54 degrees. And today got up to 79. I think the hottest it's been is like 88 degrees. So this is actually pretty comfortable here near Lubbock, Texas. Chat was frozen for me, sorry. Hello, Taz. Hello, B Beach. Daryl Wampler. And Michael from Illinois. Good to see everybody. So we're in the city park. This is the second city park we've been in. And if you circle around Lubbock, there's a bunch of free campsites, city parks that have free electric, free water. I mean, it's basically an RV park. So these things are really nice. Nebraska has these also. Very friendly, very relaxing, very comfortable. I don't know, it's just, and the thing about here is that they're so close together, you know, 25 miles apart or so. So this has been very relaxing. Let's see who else is here. I'm walking around trying to get away from people. I mean, that's the disadvantage to city parks is there's so many people. They're just all packed around. Let's see who's here. September, Washington. And Jamie. Hello, how are you? McFly, under the pillow, staying safe. There you go. Head in the sand. So you missed the bad storms. Not really, no. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, no, we didn't get any damage. I mean, we rode through some storms, probably not as bad as what you guys rode through. But no, we had storms. But what I tried to do was I tried to circle south and then back up northwest, which kind of helped me. But it's like Lubbock, Texas is where the storms form at, and that's where we're at. They just kind of pop up right here and then go northeast. It's incredible. Lubbock is the epicenter of weather, apparently. Hello, Mom. And Mark H. Hey, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a couple days. Hey, I said hello, no trek. I did, or no fear to trek. I said hello a few seconds ago. So, tomorrow, so anyway, these city parks, that's where I was at. They have varying days that you can stay. The last one was 3 days. This one's 5 days. I think the next one's 4 days. Anyway, there's like a couple dozen of these, maybe a couple dozen, anywhere from 1 day stay to 7 days. So we're definitely coming back down here in the winter. Now, the disadvantage is with it being high up in elevation here near Lubbock, not high, but higher than, say, Dallas. You know, it's cooler here. So when we get back down here October, November, it's going to be down in the 20s, but there's free electric, so we'll be able to use an electric heater. So there's a huge advantage. Let's see. Stubby Peeps is here. Hello. Storm coming anytime now, so if I leave, don't worry. Okay. My friend Jimmy Rance told me to visit your channel. I'm glad I did. Yeah, Jimmy Rance has been he's been an on and off subscriber since the very beginning. The other one is Jerry Desmore. He's been here since the very beginning. At least you haven't had to deal with, hey Bob, sandstorms. Lubbock, no. Well, I mean, it wasn't severe, but the other day while we was driving up here, I got a video coming out on that, actually. When we were coming here from the Waco area, the winds were so bad and there was dust just, I mean, we could only see about a quarter of a mile away. So yeah, we ran into one of those. The camper is covered in this reddish brown dirt. The silicone is kind of staying with it. Every place where I put silicone, which is around every nail, has this reddish brown tint to it now. I'm kind of hoping it wears off, because that's kind of an ugly color for the camper, but it is what it is. Lubbock to Amarillo, free electric. Hey, B-Mac, how you doing? You must go to Dallas, at least 100 miles for winter. We'll be cold north of there. Yeah, we will. Well, we'll actually go south of Dallas. We'll go to Dallas, well, we'll go back to where we were, which is in between Dallas and Waco. And yeah, there's like 3 campsites there. And then we'll go on down past to Houston and along the coastline. But this is just too much not to, I mean, we can't pass this up. This is just awesome here. Let's see. It's raining like crazy in Connecticut. Hi, Tim and Brenda from Rhode Island. John Brazel, good to see you. Right now, it is too wet for major sandstorms in West Texas. Wait till July or August. It's been hot and dry for a while. Well, I'm not saying it was major, but I'm just saying I couldn't see. And your guys' speed limits on 2-lane highways is 75 miles an hour. You know, Missouri, a 2-lane highway is 55 miles an hour. So here it is, speed limit 75 miles an hour, and I can only see a quarter mile away. And I got a head-on wind, about 30 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour head-on wind. Trucks just screaming, trying to keep up with it. Oh, it was miserable. Carl, is it wetter than usual? Hello, Joyce from Nashville. No air at 90 degrees. Yeah, that's kind of the lifestyle, isn't it? Hey, Jimmy. Wow, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks. Don't want to start the generator yet. Wave to high to Fort Hood. On the way by for me. Spent most of the 80s there. 70 miles an hour. 75 miles an hour. What's FTW? FTW, I'm not sure what that is. Let's see, has been that fast to get anywhere. Has to be that fast. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I did about 45 miles an hour. Did you ever visit with your subscribers? Do you ever visit? No, not unless it's by accident. If they bump into me, then I'll talk to them. But I don't make arrangements to go meet people. It would just cost me way too much money. And you know, I know a lot of people have meets and greets, but Carolyn's got such bad social anxiety. You know, there's just no way she could cope with it. She does a little better when they just kind of show up, because she doesn't have to sit there and think about it and worry about it. Now, she might get upset after the visit, but during the visit, she seems to do pretty good. So if it's by accident, that works out pretty good. Hey, Beta Boy, good to see you. Rob, do you have AC? Nope, no AC. B Beach, for you right now, it looks like blue skies with soft, friendly. Yeah, no, this is beautiful weather. Yeah. Let's see. Kenneth says, hey, I made it 2 weeks in a row. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And Randy's here. All right, good deal. So anyway, tomorrow, I'm being followed by people who play this Frisbee game. It's like golf. I can't seem to get away from them. They're just chasing me. So tomorrow I got to get tires. You know, I've been saying that I've had some tire issues. So we on the way up here, one of them got a new hole, a brand new hole. So we had to buy a tire. Well, we bought it at a discount tire store. I mean, it was a reputable place. It looked like a reputable. Lots of customers and, you know, big friendly staff. Everybody had clean uniforms. And they sold us a tire, and I just thought, my goodness, that is just outrageous price. So anyway, I go and look online. So I got the tire because I got to have a tire to get it to here. Look at Walmart.com. They were $60 cheaper at Walmart. So I ordered 3 more, and we're going to get those installed tomorrow. So hopefully we won't have any more tire issues. I mean, we've had some nightmares, tire issues, and the tires are not, you know, on the wear indicators yet. So they should have a few more miles on them, and they're just, let's see, we got 2 now that have a hole in it. Both of them have been repaired and patched, and it's just, yeah, hit the thumbs up. Hi there, Mother Load, good to see you. Glad you're getting new tires. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is I'm glad we did too, not because we're just getting tires. I mean, that's exciting in itself. I'm gonna feel a lot better about it. But it made us go south 25 miles to this campground. This is real nice. Yeah, we bought the tires that we were in, but I wanted to stay close to the area, so we found another free campsite with electric south. Now we were gonna head north. So we've postponed our north trip for another 5 days because we're gonna continue to hit all the campgrounds that we have planned out. Yeah, the tires are a good deal. Need some off-road tires. Why would I need off-road tires? I have a two-wheel drive vehicle. That's just more money. Tell Carolyn we understand. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. Do your tires have a mileage warranty? Yeah, 65,000 miles. And, we're right at 60. But they're not on the tread wear. They're not on the indicators. It's not a wear issue. They keep getting holes. So, I mean, I guess the tread is thin enough now that the nails can reach the tire better. But it's the same two tires. It's so frustrating. The front right and the rear left, or the front passenger and the rear driver's side are the ones that keep getting holes. So we replaced the one in the rear because I couldn't fix it. That hole was, it must have been a spike that went through it. So anyway, we're getting tires. Howdy, Texan. With the extra weight, I would think they would wear faster. I agree. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that, but they're just not on the wear indicator. I wish I was close to the truck. I would show you. And that's what's so disappointing is I got to buy new trucks and they're not on the wear indicator. I've always replaced. The thing is ever since I've been an adult, I've never had a flat tire. I used to get flat tires when I was a teenager, but I had junky tires. I've never had so many flat tires. With the ESC, would you prefer the old bi-ply tires? Oh, I don't know. I really don't. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Randy says if you're not always on pavement, you need off-road. Well, if I'm I don't know why I need off-road. Going off-road just means I'm four-wheel driving, so I don't go off-road. FTW for the win. Manufacturers ain't what it used to be. Yeah. Well, the new one I just bought, it's Kevlar, Goodyear Kevlar. And so I really thought this discount store was really, sticking it to me, which they were. It's obvious they were because they charged me $60 more than Walmart did. So, but I was able to get the same tire with Kevlar and the whole deal at Walmart for $60 less. So I'm just frustrated. You get out here, you get in an emergency, and these guys, they know that you're in a situation. So, they upsell you. I'm not saying they rip you off, but they certainly do upsell you. John, you're not doing your job because I haven't seen any tarp since Rob's was in Texas. Oh, well, I'll tell you, John needs to make a windproof tarp because tarps here in Texas just don't work. They're more like capes or parachutes around here. Tried to set up the shower one day. That was on the tailgate. That didn't work. Hello, Chris. Let's see. I know there's conversations going on. Lately, T-storms and tornadoes. Yes. Good afternoon, Swedes. I checked out your channel the other day. I was thinking that you were like a Camo Dave channel, but I didn't get that impression. I only watched a couple of videos, I'll be honest with you. But I don't know. Do you do coverage of Nomad channels? Is it because Camel Dave called you out the other day, and I assume that's what he was talking about the bottom of YouTube. Yeah, this says you mentioned slime from Walmart, so I checked it out on YouTube. Now I have it in both of my vehicles. Thanks for the tip. Well, now just it was a reminder. It wasn't a tip. It was just something I do. I don't recommend it because the manufacturer doesn't recommend it. It's just handy to have around. Don't leave it in there longer than 2 years. The manufacturer says it's bad for the tires or something after 2 years, so get it out of there. Before 2 years are up. Just make sure you read the manufacturing, warnings. Delaminating tires. Well, I'm not sure why I got to get so many plies and spend a bunch of money. I'm not understanding that. I don't understand the reasoning. I only have a 1,400 pounds. That's all my truck can carry. It's a 4-cylinder. I'm not, my camper is only 250 pounds. This is the whole logic behind the camper, is so I don't have to go and spend a fortune on repair cost. So I went with what the manufacturer recommended, which is what the discount store told me I had to have, which was a exact replacement for the truck. And the last tires I've had has done great. It's just I keep running over things that are putting holes in the tire. So besides that, I've already spent the money. So going out and getting 6-ply, I just have to spend more money. Off-road, good in the desert. I'm not going to the desert. I'm going to the Grand Canyon. Whether a Ferrari or Fiat, the only thing that touches the road is rubber on the tires. Never had a flat yet. Dennis, have you been hospitalized suddenly? What happened to your camper if you're full-time? What happened to your camper if you're full-time? My camper's right over there. I'm not sure I understand the question, Dennis. Just bought 2 sets of tires, Jeep. Mesh net works for shade. No food and snack reviews. Food, okay. Well, I don't understand. Dave called you out like you were calling, doing a bottom of YouTube thing. And yeah, I watched a couple videos and it didn't seem like that's what you were doing at all. So anyway, I did check you out. The Swede does what he wants. Okay, well, Dave, I won't repeat that. I had some drama Dave likes to report on. Yeah, I know that. I'm actually glad when he doesn't report on me because, I don't get any subscribers when he calls me out. But I tell you, I got a week of people tormenting me on the comment section. So yeah, it's a bad week when he calls people out. Are you all going to visit Slab City? No, we'll never go to Slab City. Have you ever been, let's see, Swedes? Hi, Kenneth, how are you? Sorry I'm so far behind. What's your favorite meal you guys make? Pork or chicken? Oh, what did Carolyn make the other day? It was awesome. What was it? Oh, she made pizza. Yeah, she made pizza in a pan. Yeah, she used a soft taco shell and made pizza. Bacon pizza at that. Oh, that was awesome. So she's gonna perfect that recipe. More plies, more thickness, less chance of object damaging. If you're driving on dirt, etc. Normally not even that expensive. Oh, so Dennis is asking, if you go to the hospital, what will happen to your camper? Well, Carolyn still has to live in the camper, and that's just, so we'll park it in the parking lot of the hospital, which we've done before, because, we were having to go to the hospital so much with Carolyn's daughter. So, yeah, they usually let you park their campers in the hospital parking lot, and then you can still stay there. I didn't know. Sorry about the, thanks, VMAC. I appreciate it. Chili Peen, I don't know what he said, but I didn't know it was that bad. Let's see. Sorry, I'm so far behind. Yes, that is what I meant. Okay, Rob in Slab City. Nope, not going to Slab City. Good. Oh, I see what we're talking about. Yeah, Slab City is terrible. Just Google it. They try to romanticize it as this free-spirited thing, but there's no law enforcement. Shootings and that kind of thing are very high there. Drug activity is very high there. So, yeah, it's not all told, cracked up to be. Good morning, Rira from Japan. How are you doing? Costco has a gluten-free cauliflower crust veg. Okay. That's delicious. 2 frozen pizzas for $13.99. Well, we don't have an oven, so she has to do everything off the stovetop, and she gets kind of creative sometimes. So the pizza was a really creative idea. She did that once on a campfire, but that was only one time. Thought plies only regard to sidewall strength. Gutsy Carolyn says, good morning. It's afternoon here in sunny California. You skip the Slab City route. Yeah, I'm not going to Slab City. Did I catch up? I catched up with all the comments. Look at that. So, what else? So, but I can't tell you enough how much I'm having a great time here in West Texas. And the thing is, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I've tried to explain it, but I don't know how to explain it. One of the things that makes me realize that an area is going to be a good area to stay at is when the research is easy. In Texas, the research has just been I mean, you don't even have to really go past freecampsites.net, and you got all the information you need. So, put in Texas, put in Lubbock, Texas, and all of a sudden you got all these campgrounds, free electric, free water, internet. Free campsite says, oh yeah, Verizon's got 4 bars. So the research has just been really easy in Texas. And so once I realized how easy the research was, and then as you get here and you realize how easy it is to live this lifestyle in Texas, oh man, it almost makes you not want to leave. So I've really enjoyed Texas. And then you go and research Arizona and you're like, oh my goodness. And half the people will tell you, don't drink the water. And the other half people tell you, oh yeah, water's easy to find. So, when you start getting mixed messages like that, you start to scratch your head like, well, maybe Arizona's not as easy as what everybody tells me it is. But Texas has been awesome. It's nighttime here. Let's see. West Texas is the best Texas. Yeah, well, now the only disadvantage is I don't know how kids can play out in the city park. I'll be honest with you. When I was a kid, you play in the city park, you play tag or touch football or flag football, and you'd be sliding on the ground in the grass and stuff and get all dirty. But here they have these little cactus thingies or something right here in the grass that stick to the bottom of your shoe, and they're so pointy that they go through the shoe and stick you in the foot. I don't know how anybody could do a slide in the home base on this grass. So that's the only thing about West Texas that I can frown upon is you got to have some thick sole shoes. So there's my negative review of West Texas, which is in itself, I mean, it's awesome. The weather's been, weather, but it's tolerable. It's not hot. Everybody said Texas is going to be hot. It's not hot. It's like 77 degrees right now. It's beautiful weather. Palo Duro Canyon is great. Yes, if you've been praising the Texas campsites, you're being spoiled there. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a great spot. Would you ever consider a fan meetup? Carrie Birch. I just answered this question a few minutes ago. Carolyn has extreme social anxiety. So, and I've made several videos about her anxiety. So, we don't schedule meetups. Now, we've ran into people, and she seems to do okay with that. The initial impact isn't bad. Now, when they leave, she tends to suffer a little bit. After she, I guess calms down and realizes the impact of it. But the anticipation of a meetup just drives her anxiety through the roof. So, now we don't do a lot of meetups. What are your thoughts on installation on a van build if I stay in the South? In the pop-up camper, we didn't insulate it, and we did okay with the buddy heater. I mean, it was okay. Here's the thing I would say about insulation. I know a lot of folks tell me I'm wrong on this. Two YouTubers I can think of right now that says I'm wrong. But if you don't insulate and you turn, let's say you wake up one morning, it's 35 or 20, let's say it's 28 degrees outside. Okay, so your inside camper's 28 degrees, you're 28 degrees, and you turn on the heater. Well, the condensation instantly builds up. It does, and it's not propane. I'm not talking about propane. I am talking about hot hitting cold causes condensation. And if any spot that you don't have insulation on condensates, and it's a rainforest. The reason I know this is because when I was in Missouri, you know, it got down into low 30s, and I would do the same thing. I would turn on the heater, and condensation would build up in the areas that I didn't have insulation. Over the cab over, I didn't have any insulation. The rest of the camper had insulation. Didn't get any condensation, didn't get any mold, didn't get anything. But over there on that cab over, I mean, it was a nightmare. So as soon as I insulated, condensation was not an issue anymore. So as far as insulation, I would recommend it only because of condensation. People die there from the heat every year. Groucho said that the outside of the dog, a book, is a man's best friend. Inside the dog is, I'm not sure what that means. It's too dark to read. Okay. I'm surprised that Texan can afford the free. I'm surprised that Texas can afford the free. Well, what it does is, and I did a little research on this, not enough to be able to make a video about it, but it brings in tourist activities. Well, first of all, some of them ask for donations, others don't. The last one we were at didn't ask for any donations. This one's asking for donations. But once you get past the donations, of course, you know, Carolyn and I already went and bought some ice cream and went to Dollar Tree. So we're spending what this research said was outside money. And outside money is actually, for ease of math, let's just say outside money is worth twice as much as what inside money is. So that means that the community, you know, they earn a living at the gas station. Employee goes to work every day at the gas station, and then goes over to Dollar General and spends that money. Well, that money's just circling around town like that. But outside money comes in, and nobody had to earn it. It's just being spent. So it's like double the money. There was no earning needed, but there was profit. So that's why I think they do these free campsites. Nebraska does them too. Free electric. And so if you really think about it, the electric that I use for one night at the campground is about 10 cents a day to run my refrigerator and my battery charger. And I'm going to spend, you know, let's say I give $2 or $3 donation per day. So I mean, they're really up in donation, plus the money that I just spent to Dollar Tree. Texas kids are tough. Yeah, I would imagine they would have to be with all these cactus. True, Chris, I hiked there in the heat and had a very rough time, but it's scenic. Cactus thing, we call them stickers, goat heads. They hurt if you stop on them. Yeah, I wish I had, yeah, there's one. I'll show this bad boy. This is in the bottom. This little guy is in the bottom of my shoe, and it goes straight through the shoe. I know it's very tiny, but it goes straight through the shoe and into your foot. If birds don't get you, the fire ants will. Avoid the ants. Yeah, there's ants everywhere. You can see the ants here. What's neat is they make little trails, actual trails. You can see that they've no grass. It's just ants. It's really incredible. Mods and Rob from Europe. Well, good to see you. Tim. Briar Rose, no kidding, fire ants are terrible. Yeah, they're terrible. In Florida, I gave them the name fire ants because if you started a campfire, they would build their nest right next to the campfire. So I figured that's why they were called fire ants. And other chatters. All right, Chris, good to see you. Food grade D, not good, harmless for all insects. Check it out. Solar oven for pizza on a sunny day. You could make one easy. Yeah, but I wouldn't have a place to store it. that's the big thing, is anytime there's a suggestion on what I could build or buy, I'm out of room. I mean, there is absolutely no room left in the camper. I bought a package of t-shirts and package of undergarment, and I'm like, where are we going to put these? We're out of storage. Our bin that we have for clothes is full. So, I mean, I had to get rid of some older clothes just so I could have a new package of t-shirts. That's how little room you have in the back of a pickup truck. So, you can't, I mean, yeah, solar ovens would be great, but there's just no room for that kind of stuff in a van or a truck. And I actually think I got more room than a cargo van does, so, because I'm wider. Gotta love the goat heads. I had condensation happen in my tent one time when it suddenly got cold. Carol said, sorry folks, off to make pizza. Used to bet on who could stand the fire ants the longest in Arizona. Elvis is live, but he can't steal this viewers. Yeah, he could. I hate it, and I know they schedule their live feeds around mine, because I've seen it too many times. Rob, fire ants bite. Hunters got me one time. Oh, I know they bite. Oh, I didn't mean, okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I misspoke. Yes, I know they bite. Absolutely know they bite. The reason I call them fire ants is because they always make their nest next to the fire. So, yeah, I know they bite. You stepping in some, boy, you're getting eat up. Are you sporting a new t-shirt now? Yeah, I am. I was told that the ants spontaneously combust. No, Rob, you put all your underwear and let's take off one pair a day. Rob, I'm following the weather in the U.S. from Europe. 500 tornadoes last 30 days. Yeah, I would imagine. This is, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist, but it seems like really crazy weather this year. Joplin, Missouri, I hear got it, and they got it like 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, completely destroyed the town, and here they got another one. Jeff City, Missouri, that's the capital of Missouri. My home state, it got hit. You need to ask for a time slot, Rob. Well, the thing is if you guys go back and look, honestly, go back and look. I started these live feeds long before all the other Nomad channels did. Nobody was doing them on the Nomad channels. I actually got the recommendation from a guy named Daryl Eves. He's a professional YouTube consultant. So he helps YouTubers grow. He's got a YouTube channel. And he said, do live feeds. And so I started doing live feeds based on this YouTube expert, but nobody else was doing them. Well, then about a year later, everybody else started doing, the same time slot, in the evening, or, roughly in the evening, and about an hour long. Rob, Elvis doesn't think that far ahead. Yeah. Not harp, springtime. Let's see. Very active season. I agree. Eldon, Missouri got hit. So did Casey. It's storming in the St. Louis area today. Yeah. Yeah, Mom just said that the storm may hit her, so she wasn't sure if she's going to be able to stay on. So I tell you, I can't hardly move. This is a huge park, but anytime I go anywhere, people follow me. So I got to keep moving. I like to sit down and talk to everybody. Thumbs up, I agree. VMAX says, let's see. Elvis does not, oh, well. I've never watched his channel, in all honesty. I've never watched it. I've seen a lot of other channels cover him, but I've never watched any of his videos, so I don't know anything about him other than what the other channels cover. So I know he's not very well liked by those other channels. But yeah, I've never watched him. This kind of walk and talk. Yeah, except a lot of people get dizzy. I'll start getting comments next week about this video. You need to sit down and do your videos. They're too bouncy, because I can't put the, see on edited videos, I've got this button that I can push, and it takes the wobble out of it, so I can walk around and it doesn't seem all bouncy and wobbly. But on live feeds, I don't have that edit button, so I get a lot of complaints throughout the week about it. I was able to park right by Cali Roots Festival, perfect sound. watch the live video on YouTube. We need rain in North Carolina. No rain in 3 weeks. 102 degrees. Danny, good to see you. Maybe the expert told others to do the live feeds during the time slot. Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, the expert didn't specify time. As a matter of fact, when you talk to the experts, they always say, pick your time and then be consistent. So live feeds, posting videos, always be consistent. And so I post a video every day, 4 p.m. Eastern, and I do a live feed every week on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern. So I try to be consistent. I learned so much from you. Thanks. Well, thank you very much, Jamie. Good to see you. Stabilization. Yeah, that's, well, I actually think the button on my editor is called the reduce wobble or shakiness and wobble. But yeah, stabilization. That would discuss, they would discuss, Rob, what? I'm not sure I understand what that means, Beta Boy, but I'm not going to repeat it. Mark H, same here in Georgia. Is it okay? Rob, maybe you should get a metal detector. You are a perfect place for metal detector for coins and stuff. I did a video on that a while back, Andrew. There's actually a thing called let's see, oh crud, I can't think of the law. Ancestry law, or I don't remember. Anyway, you can do metal detecting, but if you find something and it's considered an antique, ancestry, no. And what is the word? So come on, somebody help me out with the word. Antiquities. It's called the antiquities law. And so if you find something and with a metal detector, it could be classified as antiquities and you could be in trouble for picking it up. As a matter of fact, I just kind of made a video about that the other day. I was talking about, the title of the video is called The Government's Spying on You in the National Forest. And in there, I showed where I found this old car. I mean, it was rusting and everything. And I flipped a piece over. Well, now I realize that by flipping that one piece of that car over to see what the make and model was, I might have been in violation of the antiquities law. So, yeah, it would be another thing that I would have to carry. And there's just too many rules at play that I could get in trouble with. That's the thing, is a lot of folks come out here to be free. And when you actually start reading the rules and the regulations, I would think that you're probably less free out here than you are in a house. I mean, at least in a house, you could probably go to bed at night relatively confident that nobody's going to knock on your door asking you what you're doing in your house. Like a law official, law enforcement. But out here, it's quite likely that somebody could knock on your door wondering why you're out here. So, is Stephanie in here? Did I miss Stephanie? Sorry, Stephanie, I'm busy. I've been busy talking. Sort of like a gimbal does. Yeah, sort of like a gimbal does. But the gimbal costs $100 and I'm not going to pay for it. This is good. People get bored with people sitting talking in front of the camera. Well, good. I'm glad you like it. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. Pattern should break this week. 80s all next week. Hello, Stephanie. There you are. Thanks for coming. I do appreciate it. Let's see. Meandering Meerkat's here. It's not bouncy at all. Folks need to not complain about everything. I bought a mic because people were complaining about the wind noise. So now they're complaining that the wind noise makes this hollow sound. The mic is doing its job. It's filtering out the wind, but it makes me sound more hollow. So now they're complaining about the hollow sound. So, you just do the best you can and hope you can get subscribers and people that watch and watch the people complain. So, yeah, make sure you step on another people's toes because they do it all to you all the time. Do they really? Well, I don't know if I've got the strength to step on people's toes. You know, I look around at the other channels and I see, okay, they're talking about Elvis. Okay, they're talking about Carolyn. Okay, they're talking about the other Carolyn. Okay, they're talking about Bob. But nobody's talking about Little House on the Road. The only one I ever seen talk about me was Camo Dave. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they don't, because then that sends over their nuisances for the week, and I got to deal with all that. But, you know, I just don't feel like I've got the authoritative name out there, which is, you know, it's fine. It's not that I want the authoritative name, but I got to be careful because, you know, if, for example, Bob decides to hold a live feed at 6 o'clock because he sees that all my subscribers, I mean, you know, I don't know why we got to have this war, but, you know, that would end my live feed at 6 or 7 o'clock. Curious if you watched Slim Potato Head. I've watched a few of his videos. Just watched him up in South Dakota get stuck. I warned him last year, don't move. Hey, Scott. Hey, John, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Hello, Little House on the Road subscribers. Well, thank you. I will go get some coffee. I really do appreciate it. Can everybody give a little shout out to John for me? I'm sure you already have. I'm behind, so thank you very much. Yeah, everybody said thanks. Antiquities Act, metal detected at the local park. How old does something have to be to cover? Well, here's the thing. The original Antiquities Act said it had to be 100 years old. But then they rewrote the law in 1978, and you would need a team of lawyers to understand what that says. And so I don't think it's 100 years anymore. I think, because like that car, it's not 100 years old, but it's obviously they were preserving it under the Antiquities Act. I mean, otherwise, why is it sitting in the middle of the national forest? Antiquities law translates to greedy government. Can a person get a major fine by taking a pine cone or snow from Yosemite? Well, I don't know about snow, but pine cones, yeah. It depends. It really depends. And that's the thing, is you don't always know. For example, if you pick up a feather, you could be in violation of picking up the wrong feather. You know, if it's here's the problem. Let's say you pick up an eagle feather. You put it in your car and you get pulled over by a ranger and they ask you, how did you get the eagle feather? Well, I found it. Well, there's no way to prove that you found it. So, you know, the eagle, let's say it's on the endangered species list. Well, if it's on the endangered species list, now you're in violation of harming an animal that's on the endangered. So, yeah, I mean, the freedoms out here, just the best rule of thumb is really, they say it all the time, leave only footprints, take only pictures. So if you're taking something out of there, most likely you shouldn't be taking it. It's a really good rule of thumb. Hello, Keith. Good to see you. Hi, everyone. I've been gone for a while. Hope everything is good. Well, hello, Don. Good to see you. Rules different from place to rule. Yeah, the rules are always different. Yeah, $100 for a gimbal. Yeah, at Walmart, I was going to get one. I was, you know, after the fire, I bought this tripod and a selfie stick, and I was going to get a gimbal, and I thought, no, I'm not buying that. Peeking in today. Did Beta Boy censor himself? He does that sometimes for me. I just got back from yakking granddaughter to church. Granddaughters would be great. Ooh, the demonic voice in the recordings. Sorry, my phone died. Well, I'm glad you came. Yeah, thank you, Keith. I'm glad you came too. Dogs have it right. Bark less, wag more. Yeah. Street Life did a video on you guys, Rob. Street Life did a video on you guys. Well, I don't know who Street Life is. So that's scary. Was it positive or negative? Oh, Ert found me because of camo. Well, when was that? I haven't seen him make a video on me in months. What? Probably a couple months now. I would say I was in Florida last time he made a video. I don't think he's caught up. Yeah, I'm behind. I was wondering if Slim was in the same spot that you were in Carolyn State. Yeah, he was in the same spot. As a matter of fact, When winter hit earlier this winter, he was in the same exact, I mean, literally parked in the same spot that we parked at. And there was snow that day, so that was cool. Hello, bud. Good to see you. Definitely don't put out any of those painted rocks. Yeah, that was a big deal last year, 2 years ago, when we were in Kentucky. Everybody was putting those rocks out, those painted rocks. Leave nothing, take nothing when it comes to the outdoors except garbage. Yeah, pick up the garbage. That's not an Antiquities Act. Arrowheads, yeah, green sugar, pine cones. Tell the ranger you just shot the eagle and ate it. Feathers, same with hummingbirds, tail feather. Yeah, the rule of thumb is just don't pick them up. Because you're not going to, you know, if you're like me, you have no idea what the bird is. Don't, you know. Good chatting. All right, Kenneth, good to see you. I picked up mud on my boots. Iowa loses hills, 1972. Stuff those boots. Yeah, don't give it back. Street life is okay sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him. Now I'm concerned. He's done a video on me, so I guess I'm going to have to go check that out. I would never thought about an eagle feather being a big deal, but it makes sense. Here's the thing with laws. There's so many of the books you can't wake up without breaking a few. Well, yeah, the thing is you're really watched out here, though, Randy. I mean, they're just constantly on you. So, you know, if you break one out here, you know, it can get a huge fine. Camel Dave is a huge fan of is a big fan of Rob. Yeah, he is, but his subscribers aren't. If you scroll down into his comments when he talks about me, man, you know, he'll cover 10 people, and the only person they talk about is how terrible I am. You know, I'm probably the only nomad that takes 3 showers a week. And there was this huge conversation how I never take a shower. I look dirty and disgusting. I mean, I take a shower 3 times a week with actual water, with an actual hot water heater, shower. And I'm like the only one that does it, but I'm the disgusting one. I didn't understand. So it was just funny, I thought. I wish to have an attorney present before questioning 9 out of 10 times they can misrepresent what you say. Ex-Royal Guard. Oh. Randy says I got every van nomad beat. Well, thank you very much. Don't read the comments over there. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Well, that's the thing is I try not to. I actually try not to watch this video, but somebody will say, Camel Dave did a video, go check it out, and they'll give me the link. So I'll watch the video and I won't read the comments. And then somebody will say, hey, somebody left a negative comment on Camel Dave. Just the other day, somebody told me that somebody was making disparaging remarks about me on Bob's live feed. So, so I don't even watch Bob's live feeds. Do you have a dash cam? No, I do not. No. You mean like the other nomads? No, I don't do that because I don't feel like it's very safe. I feel like, you know, I'm one of those really cautious drivers. Here's the thing, you know, this thing's my house. If I wreck my house, I have no place to live. So I try to be cautious, and I always drive real slow. And so it's just, yeah, I don't want to talk to the camera. Who would watch Bob? It's just like watching TV Preacher. I've been known to make a disparaging comment or two at Dave's LOL. Who is Bob? Bob who? Really? You guys don't know Bob? Bob's the largest nomadic, well, he's the largest non-millennial YouTuber for RV life. He has a non-profit organization where he gives away vans to folks that can't afford to live in a van, so he gives vans away. You know, he's, I don't agree with his philosophy, so I don't like talking about him much, but he's the biggest YouTuber out there. Randy, all the VMAX are banned at Bob's. Can't be bothered to make more. Oh, Santa. Line Screw did a hilarious parody of Bob on YouTube. Yeah, I'm worried that one day Line Screw's going to get a hold of me too. Son, gotta go. All right, Mom. Thanks for joining us. It is getting up to 50 minutes, isn't it? Well, I'm really hating that we're going to have to leave this place tomorrow. It's such a nice place. I mean, we're going to go to another paid... That's wrong. We're going to go to another free campsite that has free electric. So I'm really looking forward to checking all these out. Line screw's okay. If you're not begging, he'll leave you alone. Oh, I don't have a problem with line screw. I just figure one of these days he's going to get me. You know, I feel like that he has suggested to me that, or has suggested in some of his videos that he thinks that I don't spend enough money. So one time he did a video like that right after I did a video on my budget, how much I spent. And he made this comment, well, you know, you can't live in a van for 800 bucks like some of these YouTubers, which is exactly what I did. And so all of a sudden I got a bunch of people coming from his channel telling me that I was lying about my budget, that there's no way to live for $800. And it got bad. So I stopped doing those budget videos because I just wasn't going to defend my money. I mean, I was doing it as something, just FYI, informational purposes. And it's a lot of work to put those together because you got to go through the whole bank account and line item everything. So I just stopped doing them. You're more honest and real and seem about Nomad Life. Well, thank you very much, Scott. Watch Bob, and if it's all the same to you, I'll stick with your site. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Camel Dave is probably watching your live stream now. Yeah, when he does, he usually says something. He hasn't watched one of my videos in a long time. You know, he keeps asking for everybody to go and check out new sites. Well, here I am in Texas. Nobody's in Texas. I've not seen very many people from Texas, and he still hasn't covered me. So I don't think he watches me much anymore, which is fine by me. Because, I mean, like I said, his commenters can get kind of abusive. Looking for North Rim, be safe. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Me too, yeah. He's still busy with Miss C. His problem, not yours. Let's see, it's not that Bob doesn't know anything. I didn't say that. It's just that so much of what he knows is well. No, I mean, the problem I think with a lot of YouTubers is they're trying to sell the lifestyle to get views. And it's obvious that with me not selling the lifestyle, I don't sugarcoat anything. You know, Texas has been great. So I tell you, Texas is great. Florida was terrible. The last 2 years that we were in Florida, it was terrible. It's just been a nightmare. So I don't get the views like everybody else does. But I feel like I can go to bed at night knowing that I've told the truth. And so, you know, I see people say things on these channels and it's like, that's just not true. You know, I watched a live feed the other day and he says, just drive around the weather. Where? The entire United States is being clobbered by weather, and he just says, drive around it. Well, that's not realistic. No, what you need to be teaching folks is how to deal with the weather, and that's exactly what I did. I made a video saying, look, this is going to be bad. We're going to get hit pretty hard, and so we buckled down the hatches, and we're staying in a location where we feel safe, that if the tornado hits, we can go to a safe location. You know, not, oh, just get in the car and drive. You know, that was a ridiculous statement. So, you know, that's selling the lifestyle like a used car salesman. And me, I'm telling you, if you're not prepared to deal with a tornado or 2 feet of snow, then don't be a nomad because it's going to happen. $800 heel, I'll do less. Granted, I don't travel. Hi, Rob. Hello, James. Good to see you. Want me to troll Dave for you? No. No, I wasn't suggesting that. No, I mean, like I said, Dave hasn't said a bad word about me. But man, his subscribers don't like me. Yes, waiting for North Rim. Well, I mean, we still got, what, a month to go? I'm not going to get there before January. So we'll go through New Mexico. And we'll stay at a campground in Arizona before we get to the North Rim. But we're 5 days behind schedule, and I want to keep it that way. I really am glad we're 5 days behind schedule because of the tires. We came here for 5 days to wait for tires. So we're just going to continue on our trip like this never happened. And so we're just 5 days behind. I must be boring because I don't get any trolls. Stephanie, just wait. Don't ask for them because that's all you do then is just dealing with them. He's like Ross Perot without the oil wells. It's drama. E-begging gets more airtime. You're buffering. Hello, Daniel. Good to see you. No buffering here. Refresh your browser, Daniel. If it's bad, I go in near a shelter. Yep, that's exactly right. Drive around Jeff City. Oh, yeah. Storms here in Pittsburgh. Thank you, B. Also, gas for driving all over the country is more expensive than a little fuel for the generator. Exactly. Yeah. And when you're running into a headwind, a 40-mile headwind, you know, I normally get about 19 to 21 miles to the gallon in the truck. The other day, I was driving up here into that headwind with all this dust and nasty stuff. I got 10 miles to the gallon. So, you know, driving through bad weather increase your costs. So you're absolutely right, Mark. Absolutely right. Hope you're okay and safe. Let's see. How do you do health insurance? Kim, we don't talk about health insurance at all. It's one of those political conversations. Every time I bring it up, even when I tell people that I don't want to talk about it, people get mad. Like I'm hiding something. Like, oh, you're on that, you know, government health care. Well, no, you don't know what I'm on. So I'd rather like people speculate what kind of health care I have than talk about it. And besides that, everybody's health needs are different. You know, I'm still a pretty young guy, so if I don't have any medications that I have to take, so you know, my health care may be cheaper than yours. I don't know. Different needs. Keep your batteries charged while driving. Flooding alerts here. You may see Campervan Kevin. He's still in Arizona, getting mid-20s. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodnight. It's getting late. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And happy travel.